Hey guys, welcome back to Telepathy, episode 17. We are officially dancing queens.
Oh my gosh. Our podcast is a dancing queen.
Every episode we unlock a new title, and this week we
Next
are dancing
episode,
queens.
our podcast will be an adult.
And we can drink in every country but the US.
Yeah. Welcome back. This is our first audio episode since the iconic Barbenheimer episode, which if you haven't watched that yet, I recommend you go watch because it's
our first audio episode since the video episode.
Why do we have to make everything a milestone?
It's like, guys, guess what? We are recording an episode.
Like me on the last day of school, I'm like, this is the last time my foot will step on this specific stair in this specific.
Why did I laugh like that? I was like,
but yeah.
Anyways, so. Camp question, icebreakers. If you are new here, this is a tradition that we do here on Telepathy to keep the summer camp vibes. So
and be sure to you can respond like with your own response to the camp question in the like little on Spotify. There's like a little Q&A sticker that you can go to.
It's called something new every week. I'm like the little Q&A box, the poll thingy. But you like I hope you know what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. Or you can answer it in the YouTube comments if you're listening on YouTube or on Instagram or TikTok at the Telepathy Pod.
Yeah. Anyways.
Okay. Anyway, sorry. We have to say those things. I'm sorry. Actually, we don't. We're not like binded to any contract. Camp question. So it is my turn to come up with it. And okay, name, age, and favorite candy/chocolate.
Ooh. Okay. My name is Anna. Also, my YouTube channel is Anna Catherine if you want to go subscribe. My age is 20, and my favorite candy, this is hard. So I'm more of a candy person than a chocolate person. I like both, but I'm more of like a fruity candy person. I think my consistent favorite is Skittles. It just never gets old. But like also Twizzlers. I love Twizzlers. My only issue with Twizzlers is that they're the same flavor. Like if you buy a bag of Twizzlers, they're all the same flavor, and sometimes that can get a little bit boring.
Or they have like the licorice one, which like I hate licorice.
I love licorice, but okay. I only ever get the strawberry ones.
I feel like you're doing a lot of hot takes right now.
Yeah,
like, I've never heard anyone say Skittles.
Really?
It's valid though, but like
you've never heard?
I don't think I've heard anybody say Skittles. Like I think it's it's not my favorite, but like it's valid, but like I just like haven't heard that before.
Wow. Interesting.
A new milestone. Oh my gosh. First person to answer Skittles.
First time we've ever used the word Skittles on the Telepathy Podcast. Your turn.
Okay. Hi, I'm Enzo, and then I guess we're like just doing YouTube channels now. So my YouTube channel is Enzo Antonio, and then I am 16, and my favorite candy is Trolleys, and then my favorite chocolate is Reese's or Snickers. Why are you laughing?
I'm laughing because so last week we were at the movie theater. Oh. This is like so funny. So last week we were like watching octopi. Oppenheimer and Barbie, and Enzo got these like octopi trolleys. Mm-hmm. And I didn't know that they made that.
Oh wait, this is so funny. This is so funny.
So I thought that Enzo had pulled out like a giant conglomeration of.
Wait, what was the word you just used?
Conglomeration.
That's a first. Okay, there's a lot of firsts today because I've never heard that.
I thought it was like a giant conglomeration of gummy worms that had like melted together, and I thought that you had just found them like in the bag. And
did you think that was why I was making the Ursula poor unfortunate souls?
Yeah, so you were pretending it was Ursula going like poor unfortunate souls, and then like I looked into your bag and I saw more of them melted together, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's another glob.
I turned it around and I go, Anna.
The theme is octopus.
They're trolley octopi. I already feel like this intro is being too long,
but it's funny.
Okay, the inner assistant director in me is like, let's get a move on. I'm just kidding. Song of that's not called Song of the Day. Music/TV shout out.
By the way, we do have a playlist where we're adding all of our music shout outs. It's called the Telepathy Podcast. Wait. The Telepathy playlist ? But you can find it in the link in our bio because I'm gonna make a little link for it.
Okay.
On Instagram.
Oh, also, we have so many notes for today's episode. Like, that was just me. I had to say that so you, like, didn't click off, so you stayed.
Yeah, it'll be good. There's this thing that I do near the end of July / early August. I think it's ever since Folklore came out, where I just like suddenly am in this like nostalgic, like late
Ooh.
summer, early fall era where I like. So today I made this playlist called like Late Summer Albums or something, and it has Folklore, Solar Power by Lorde, Sling by Clairo, Shore by Fleet Foxes, and then Blur's new album. And they're all just like, so they just are like, they just make me sad for like school coming. So I don't know why I like do that to
I love
myself.
Solar Power. Like,
Solar Power is like one of the best albums ever
it's
created.
really good.
And I get why people don't like it as opposed to her original stuff, but I like it better than her original stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely like see like the Jack Antonoffification of it,
Mm-hmm.
which isn't a bad thing because like Jack Antonoff is like crazy
Yeah.
talented and makes
Well,
really good
that's the
stuff.
thing is like 3 out of the 5 albums on this playlist are produced by Jack Antonoff in that
Oh,
era where he
yeah.
was just doing that thing, you know?
Yeah, the very like acoustic songs,
Yeah.
which
So
is like they were really good.
yeah. So my song of the day today is 7 by Taylor Swift. That's like my favorite from Folklore, and it's just like the perfect end of July song. And I made sweet tea and I drank it outside for my annual sweet tea in the summer, where I sit and listen to 7 and
tea
drink
in the
sweet tea.
summer.
It's a tradition.
Okay, I think I have a TV shout out. I don't think I have, because my music shout out kind of stays the same. Like I'm still listening to that same playlist.
Yeah.
Maybe I could shout another song out from that. But I also did watch this movie called Climax. Actually, I have like 10 more minutes
Mm-hmm.
of it, but it's a whodunit movie, and because I have 10 minutes left, I don't know who did it. So I feel kind of like weird, like, but like, okay, it's it's called Climax, and like it's an A24 movie, and
Mm-hmm.
like there was a lot of pacing things with it. Like I know, like I don't think everything has to follow the story structure and like the pacing stuff to a T, but like this movie definitely like broke pacing rules, I feel like, because the inciting incident happened like 50 minutes in and it's an hour and a half movie.
Mm.
So, but like I'm not complaining. I'm just saying that like I thought it was really good for like
Yeah.
they had this whole like dance number in it and it was just like really visually pleasing
Climax.
and
I've never heard of that, but it sounds really good. I'm gonna add it to my list.
yeah, it's really cool. It's like mostly in French.
Oh.
Okay, wait. The song is from 1940, but as time goes by, it's in the Casablanca movie,
Uh-huh.
Casablanca. Um, and I like it, and I'm shouting it out. I just had to do like one song to put in the playlist.
Yeah.
Okay, week recaps.
Me and my brother Kirk went to the Dominic Fike concert last Sunday and it was really good. Um, and then I just like have been working. We went to the pool on Tuesday with
Oh
you
yeah.
and Carolina. And then today I didn't have any work or anything, so I was just like relaxing and it was nice to have a day off. So yeah.
Yeah, I've also been working a lot, and then I've been like editing a lot too and just doing a lot of social media things,
Mhm.
content creation things. And then I've been laying out in the sun a lot. And then today I actually did like a beach day trip, and it's like a nationwide organization, nonprofit thing. So I'll shout them out because they're really cool. So it's called Life Rolls On. And essentially, it's like helping people with disabilities surf and then also skateboard. Which, like, can we talk about life rolls on, like wave rolls, like how waves roll, and then also
Mhm.
like skateboard, like wheels roll. So
Mm.
it's like such a good combination for the name. But um, we went there today, and like it was just so good, and like there was like 500 people there, but it was really like efficient.
I can't believe how many people were there. I
I
didn't know it
know,
was
and
gonna be
everyone
that
got to
big.
surf, and it was just really like
Did
really
you
wholesome.
surf it at
And
all?
no, I was just like helping like steer the boards and stuff, and then also just like making sure that because also the water was like rough today,
Oh,
and you just don't want people to fall off and stuff.
yeah. I'm glad it wasn't like raining or anything.
Yeah, and we also like have to make sure the board doesn't hit anyone because like surfboards are not
Yeah.
like very like
They're a weapon.
big objects. But yeah, that was a lot of fun, and like if you can find an event from that nonprofit organization, I would definitely recommend it because it was just like I don't know, it was just such a nice, lovely experience, and, like, my
Mm-hmm.
face literally hurt from smiling because it was just so, like,
That's good.
oh, it was just everything. Parasocial relationship.
Yeah, let's just get right into the topic. And we're also gonna try not to expose ourselves today, right?
Oh, wait.
I don't know, just, you've been a Nicki Minaj fan since you were like 3.
Oh. Oh, okay, no, I see what you
I'm
mean. I
just
was like,
saying,
"Wait, what secrets do we have? Wait, what are we exposing?" But no, yeah, I mean,
I'm
so I
just
guess, like,
joking.
let's just talk about the definition of it. Do you wanna, like, read the definition that you found?
Yeah, so we wanted to talk about this topic because it's just interesting and like I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of like it's a very like
Relevant topic.
yeah, it's a relevant topic and it's also just like very thought-provoking because it's like how far can this go?
Right, because it's not, like, one clear answer of, like,
Yeah,
"Is this bad?" It's just there's
right. It's like a
a lot of
philosophical debate.
right.
Okay, so what is a parasocial relationship? So I can't even say that word. Parasocial relationships are one-sided relationships where one person extends emotional energy, interest, and time, and the other party is completely unaware of the other's existence. So I kind of wanted to do some more research about this and like find out like when this originated because I was like, this must be a pretty new thing because, in like the 1800s, they couldn't
Yeah.
you couldn't well, it's funny because I was having me and my mom watched Pride and Prejudice last night and I've never seen that movie, but it like takes place in the 1800s. And I was just like thinking a lot, like I just can't believe life used to be like that.
Yeah.
And before like life before the internet is just so weird.
Like,
So,
did it actually even like, was there life
like
before the
what did you
internet?
do? Like how did you entertain yourself? I don't know. So, this website that I found says that the term parasocial was invented around like the 1950s and it was when TVs were introduced into the home. And so people would like watch movies or shows or whatever on their TV and like start to idolize the actors and singers or whatever. And now it's like gotten way worse because with the internet, you basically have access to like any like picture, video, interview, performance, TV show, movie that a person has been in. So like it's
It's,
just
like, becoming, like, easier to become obsessed with somebody. Like, I know that
yeah.
sounds weird, but, like, in a way, like, if you find a song that you really like,
You
within
can
5 minutes, you can find an interview, you can find a music
yeah.
video, you can find their Instagram, their Twitter, like, you can
Yeah, for me it
yeah.
starts with like looking up the lyrics on like Genius Lyrics and then being
Yes.
like this is
This is
genius
so genius.
and then like following them on Instagram and then I just go down the whole like I'm very guilty of this
Mhm.
to the point where it's like unhealthy but
No, like, I'm guilty of this too, like,
yeah, again, I'm not gonna like I'm trying
we're
not to
not here
like
to expose
expose
ourselves,
myself.
like,
No,
I
literally
am a
this
huge barb, like, to the point where, like
You
I
look
don't
like
know,
you're
like,
about to
where I don't
start
know what to say.
crying.
I'm just staring at Nicki Minaj on my wall. She's right there. Oh my god, and Liz are right above, and, like,
Yeah,
Lana right
and
next
I'm
to
looking at
her.
like your Billie Eilish vinyls, yeah,
I know, like,
and your
literally, like,
Strokes
right in front of me, I can
posters.
see Lana, Nicki, and Lizzo.
Yeah. And like on my computer I have my Declan McKenna stickers, I have my inhaler sticker, Taylor Swift. Yeah, so like the big question that we're asking today, I'm saying this so officially, like the big question that we're asking today is can you actually be close with a celebrity? Like
Yeah.
you can't because then they're not really a celebrity to you anymore. They're a friend. Like how we're friends with
Yeah.
Declan McKenna.
No, literally, like, we met
No, I'm
Declan
kidding.
McKenna and we're friends. No, okay, we're not exposing ourselves, okay? Um, literally last episode, we're like, "Our friend Declan McKenna," after,
Yeah, no,
taking one
it's
picture
just a
with
joke
him.
that we do because like we
Okay.
were a few weeks ago we were saying something bad about Declan McKenna and we were like not to talk about our friend behind his back.
Okay, we are only talking about how he didn't like one instrument in his song, okay?
Yeah,
Um,
yeah, we're talking about you, Barry Sachs.
oh, okay. Oh, baritone sax. At first I was
Yeah.
like, Barry? Okay. Sorry. Um,
Why were you like?
we're like talking about everything but the episode.
Yeah.
But like, okay. I also feel like this is a thing where like one day we decided that a celebrity had to be relatable.
Yeah.
which is funny because it's like a celebrity is the last person that I relate to, you know?
Yeah.
But it was like it became this thing where like celebrities feel obligated to have their fans relate to them. But it's like
Yeah.
your
That's
net worth is
true.
$100 million.
Wait.
Like how do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's so true.
And I think also we see this like okay, this is like kind of talking about something else, but I kind of want to talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
Like
By the way, we have a few like different sections that we're gonna go through, but this
we
is
have a
still
lot
kind
of
of
things
just
to
the
get into.
intro.
Like for that long intro, like
Mm-hmm.
oh, okay. So I feel like there's a forced relatability. Like it's not necessarily like I guess it is like performative authenticity, but also
Yeah.
like
I, f-
performative relatability.
I feel like that's more with like I feel like there's different types of celebrities. So like I feel like that happens more with like influencers or
Yeah.
like Kim Kardashian type celebrities where it's like not as much like singers or
But I do feel like you'll see at the Met Gala, a celebrity will post their like professionally taken pictures by the paparazzi or like the photographers
mm-hmm.
there, and it'll get a lot of likes. But then I feel like the ones that get the most likes are the like selfie or something that somebody took in the bathroom
True.
with another famous celebrity because it's this idea that like wow like
True.
you know
Are
like
you
they're
talking
so
about the Billie Eilish? Was that Billie Eilish?
I I feel like that was taken on a camera or something. I don't know. No, that picture is cool. Like Emma,
Yeah.
Billy, like
Yeah,
Winnie
yeah, yeah,
Harlow,
that
like
one.
Kendall Jenner. So like, see, but I'm guilty of this because I think that I'm like, wow, that's so cool. But it's like,
Yeah.
it's weird to see celebrities taking pictures on an iPhone, you know, because
Yeah.
we have iPhones too, and it's like, I don't
Right.
know.
And like I guess to a point like anybody can be relatable because we're all just humans. So like even though they have all this money and success, like their lifestyle is very different, but like the little moments can
Hmm.
be relatable. Like being in the bathroom with a group of friends,
Yeah,
you know.
and like that is like iconic. But I think also sometimes the way it's perceived can be a problem when people are like, oh my God, you're so real or something.
Yeah.
But it's like,
You're just literally
peeing at the Met
living.
Gala.
Yeah, you're
I'm just
literally
kidding.
yeah, you're literally just living.
No, okay, the Met Gala bathroom is not that was not the example that like I don't really have a specific example in mind, but like I feel like this is something that people will understand and be like, yeah, I know what you mean, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because I know what you mean, and I still
Hmm.
can't think of an example. So the first chapter of our discussion, I don't know why I said it like that. The
No, that
first
was very
section of our
official.
discussion today is like, are parasocial relationships bad? When can they be healthy, and like when are they just like unhealthy?
And this
So
this iconic bullet point is you're a fan of celebrity or sorry. Let me restart the iconic bullet point. You're a fan of a celebrity, but to what extent?
yeah, like how much energy is healthy to pour into being a fan of somebody, you know? Like,
Hmm.
also money. Like, past a certain point, like, it becomes, like, almost embarrassing that you've spent that much of your hard earned money on this. Like, I'm guilty. No, like, yeah, I'm guilty. We're both guilty of, like, spending tons of money on, like, concert tickets. And I like, almost always get a shirt when I go to a
I'm looking at the
concert.
Portals signed CD.
I restrain myself from getting a record player because I know that if I do, like, I'm just saying goodbye to my money. Like, bye.
Oh yeah, I
See
sold my
you.
soul a long time
Yeah.
ago to record players.
Like, cause yeah, I just don't think that's a good idea for me. um, but like even us, like I think your amount of records is normal. But like there's some people who could have, say if you're a super big Taylor Swift fan, and you have every single Taylor Swift vinyl in every print, like every color
Pressing.
pressing. Yeah. See, I don't have a record player. Every color pressing, all of her shirts, like whenever she announces a new batch of merch, you buy all of it. Like there's somebody out there.
Yeah, and like being a collector isn't a bad thing, but I think that like it can get unhealthy very easily.
Yeah. Also, this is something funny. My friend Lily. Hi Lily, if you're listening.
Hey, Cora.
She was on our podcast a few months ago, but she sent me this like um store that she went into yesterday on her vacation, and they had like a bunch of Taylor Swift vinyls, and the Reputation vinyl she said was $70. And it was just a
Oh
normal
my God.
Reputation vinyl. So I was like, what is, can you just buy like a $20 one online?
I feel like it's becoming more exclusive or whatever, the Reputation one, and it might be like
Yeah.
the picture disc or whatever. But see, that's how it's like, I'm not saying with Taylor Swift, like, I'm just saying, like, in general, I think that celebrities definitely know what they're doing sometimes with their fans. Like,
Yeah.
they know that if they make 17 different pressings for a vinyl, like, somebody's gonna buy it.
Yeah.
But I think, like, at what point, especially with, like, or specifically for musicians,
Yeah.
at what point does it become that you enjoy somebody for their art and their music? Like, at what point does it become to where you enjoy somebody because of their personal life,
Yeah.
because of their looks, because of their like attendance at a red carpet or like award show?
Now I feel like with merch and all that, it's an even, it's almost like you feel like you have to prove and show that you're a fan. You can't just be a fan. You have to have the material
Yeah.
things to prove it. And like I'm guilty of this too. And it's more just that like I want people to know like what I'm a fan of, so I like put stickers on my computer or whatever, like wear shirts. But like when did it get to the point where you have to like show that you're a fan instead of just be a fan? And now the super big like stands are like, and I'm, yes, I'm using that word in like an unironic way.
No, it like it's
Like
very correct in
the
this
the
situation.
stands are like getting to the point where they're like, you don't even deserve to be at this concert because you don't know all the words to every song.
Concert
Also,
culture.
yeah, we'll
We'll
get
talk
into
about that in a
this.
second, but like,
I was online the other day and I saw that there's this like, so Inhaler had this like special pressing of a vinyl that was like a heart-shaped vinyl,
mhm.
and it just came like of their album that literally came out this year, which you listened to.
I did. I loved it.
And it's there, somebody's selling it on eBay for $1,000, and they're not
Oh
even
my
like,
God.
they're just like, they haven't even like hit their peak fame yet. Like they're still considered to be like slightly, I hate saying underground, but like not everybody knows them. And like why, or so then why is their vinyl going for $1,000?
Because like even if somebody has a smaller amount of fans, within that amount of fans or within that group of fans, there's gonna be diehard fans. But it's like,
Yeah.
what are you diehard of? Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, what are you a fan of? Because
Yeah.
we've seen this so many times where like fan bases will like be pissed if their favorite artist like doesn't show up to an award show.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, like Met Gala night,
Mhm.
I had Nikki Met on Twitter, like just refreshing just to see like
Yeah.
if she was gonna come. But
Yeah.
like
I do that
people have
too.
gone crazy being like, oh my God, like this person's not showing up. And I'm like, how did it start off with you listening to the music and being like, wow, this is good, to being like, why are you not at the Met Gala?
Yeah. And like spending all of your thoughts on like what is this person going to show up? Yeah. And like they, again, back to the original definition, like they have no idea who you are.
Right.
Also, like is it worth it to spend all of your time critiquing your favorite celebrity? Like to what point can't you just like enjoy whatever they're doing instead of being like, I don't know, I don't have a good example, but like going back to like Taylor Swift, like her, the way she performed this at her Eras tour like didn't match up with what I wanted.
I think that for some reason, a lot of fans think that because they support their favorite artist so much and they're pouring all this time, energy, and money into them,
Mm-hmm.
they think that that entitles them or like allows them to critique them or be critical
Mm-hmm.
of them. Because just because in 2019 Taylor Swift released a documentary and was like being vulnerable and talked about body image issues, as a fan, like that doesn't give you the right to be like talking about her body. Like whether that's even like, even if it's in a like I guess like in a positive manner, like it's not, I don't know what I'm saying,
No,
but
no, yeah. And like we don't have to get super deep into this. I just wanted to
mhm.
touch on it, but like her music video where people like basically made her
Oh yeah.
change the scene because of what it said. And it's like they, you don't have control over what the artist puts out.
Mhm.
You can either choose to be a fan of it or not, but you, it shouldn't get to the point where you're bullying them out of a artistic decision that they made, because then it's not their art anymore. You've influenced it.
No, yeah.
The Snow on the Beach featuring Lana Del Rey.
Oh.
Which I totally
Oh my god, I'm here for that.
fully
I'm here
support,
for it. I'm here for it.
I fully support the more Lana version, but like it's funny how we convinced her enough to the point where she released the more Lana version.
Yeah, like that's just crazy to me.
Yeah. Which I fully
go
support
stream the Lana version.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's just something to think about.
It is something to think about.
Also, I don't want to make this whole episode about Taylor Swift, but because we'll move on. But I just had a few points. Because, like, so there was this TikTok that I saw once. I love how I bring up a TikTok in every episode when I keep saying I don't have TikTok.
Anna doesn't have TikTok, guys.
Actually, yeah. So there's this TikTok of, like, these girls, and it's like, when you hear Taylor Swift playing in public, and they're like shaking and crying and having a full-on like brain aneurysm, and they're like sobbing and like falling on the floor at this restaurant, and I'm like, oh, like
she's like number 2 in the world on Spotify.
Yeah, she's like like why are you freaking out? You should expect to hear at least one Taylor Swift song if you go out in public.
But I also feel like I can't laugh. Broke people should never laugh. Sorry, but like, because I remember like okay, this is 2018, so it was during the Nicki hate train. So like, I think I had a reason to feel this way, but like, I was just like walking down the street, and I could just tell by like the bass of the song, I was like, oh my gosh, it's a Nicki song, and then they rolled up, and then I heard it, and I was like, it's a Nicki song, and I was just like freaking out.
Yeah.
One, because like the radio just like blackballs Nicki Minaj, like it's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So that's one thing, but no, like when I hear Nicki Minaj song in public, like I freak out.
Yeah.
And like she's like the most successful like female rapper, so like
I feel like that's like different though, because I don't know. So yeah, you're right. Like I don't hear her that much in public.
Yeah.
So I would be
like on the floor because Taylor Swift is playing on the radio,
like sobbing, and it was just like anti-hero, like right when Midnights came out.
It was
disclaimer to all the like Swifties and like Harry Styles fans, like we're not making fun of you. I mean, like maybe we are, but like I am a Swiftie and I love Taylor Swift. I'm just like, we're just talking about parasocial
it's
relationship.
A conversation that
because this did not happen in the 1800s, so something needs to be talked about. So what was I gonna say? Oh, I was gonna say I feel the same way, because so in 2018 I was like in my Charlie Puth era. I could go through all of my parasocial eras. There's been at least one a year. This year it's been 3, but I was just, you know, it's like a coping
3 for 2023.
It was like a coping mechanism for like this school year.
Oh, okay. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Go on.
The year's not over yet. So I was in like my Charlie Puth era in 2018 to the point where I don't like him anymore. Really. But
you don't listen to him anymore.
Yeah, I don't listen to him anymore. Voice of Notes was a good album though, but like I would be in public and I'd hear like the bass line of a song, and I'd be like so happy. But yeah, that's it. The current state of concert culture. So Nicole Raffi, our favorite YouTuber, has a really good video on this. Shout out to her. And
shout out Nicole Raffi.
Yeah, she's just iconic. Like we just like wait.
She doesn't know who we are. Wait, she does. She does.
Wait, she actually does know who we are.
Okay, that actually might be an exception.
She's DM'd both of us.
Yeah, we've gotten responses from her, and she also participated in one of my YouTube videos in 2020.
Yeah, but we still are acting like fans. Like I did just catch myself having like a parasocial moment. I was like
iconic.
But anyways, she has a really good video about this, about concert culture and how it's changed since COVID started. And like, okay, so Harry Styles, he just finished a tour that was 2 years long. Isn't that
Honestly,
crazy?
round of applause. Like, that is
Yeah,
impressive.
honestly, I would have like given up, you know? I actually seriously don't know how people go on tour because
I couldn't do like one show without being like, okay, I'm done.
no, because it's like a commitment where it's like you have to commit to all these dates and say that like you get sick or you just really don't want to do it one day. I would feel terrible canceling because it's all these parasocials that which me included have like been looking forward to and it would like be devastating. Like I would be devastated if a concert got canceled.
Hmm.
So yeah, round of applause to them. Anyways, um Harry Styles fans, like they and Taylor Swift fans, I'm not gonna lie, are like the two types of people that are constantly posting stuff on their story about like everything this person does. And but there's so many of them that like most of the time you're just posting it to other fans that have already seen.
Oh,
Like if
yeah.
I just don't really post Taylor Swift stuff on my story because if I post like her new album announcement, it's like everybody knows.
Like, did you guys know that Speak Not Taylor's version came out today? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, we all were up at midnight listening to
Yeah.
it.
But like I feel like Harry Styles fans are the worst. And sorry. And like I don't want to be mean.
Wait, this is like getting controversial.
Yeah.
Just like,
Like disclaimer. I don't want to be
okay, I
mean.
feel like everybody can acknowledge it though, because oh my God, some Twitter barbs,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God.
Everybody can acknowledge the own fault in their fandom.
No, because barbs can like drag people. Like, it is so bad.
Yeah. What's that
Go
thing
against
like
Nikki, it's gonna cost you. I'm
never
like,
mind.
I keep exposing myself. I'm like, okay,
You
can you
keep like quoting all these Nicki Minaj things.
yeah, literally.
So like Harry Styles fans made me forget that I actually like Harry Styles music. Like
No, like, I actually like, well, okay, I'm not like a Harry Styles like listener, like consistent,
yeah, same.
but
I'm like, "Oh wait, I actually really like his
I
music."
like Fine Line, I was like obsessed with. Okay,
Yeah.
I was not obsessed with, but like,
I really
it
like
was really
I
good.
love his first album. Fine Line I also love. His new one I don't love as much, but like it's cuz I faded away. I don't know. I just like forgot that I liked him. There's something about like the new concert culture where like everybody, I think it's with social media where everybody feels the need to get barricade and
Hmm.
like we are
We
fully
showed up to Decca McKenna at 5 hours before
yeah,
the doors
we are
opened.
fully guilty of
We were
this.
playing like BS, the card game, in line. Like, that's
Yeah.
says something, I feel like.
And that was my second concert I've waited 5 hours for in the span of 2 months this year. Um, and I know it's fun to like be at the front and like so that you can be as close as you can to this
It
person.
can be unhealthy. Like, like, we've seen ways it's been unhealthy. Like, do you remember when that fan like literally almost choked Billie Eilish and like
Yeah,
stole her ring too?
yeah,
Like, do you think this person is like happy that you did that? You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like you may have gotten your 2 seconds of like, oh my gosh, I got to quote unquote hug Billie Eilish, and I'm putting hug in quotes because like wrapping your arm around somebody's neck and pulling tightly, it's not a hug.
yeah. No, and like I honestly I feel like maybe the boundaries have gotten better nowadays.
Did somebody threw a phone at BB Rexa? Did you see that? She got like stitches.
No. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, at her show, somebody threw their phone at her and she like had to get stitches and like stop the
Mhm.
show. So I think it's getting worse.
I don't know though. So like I feel like back in like the 70s, 80s and 90s, if you think about that, like that was when like people were doing like there wasn't really a barricade I feel like back then and it was more like concerts were a newer thing. So like
Yeah.
there weren't as many boundaries as I feel like people respect people's boundaries more. There's always a few crazy people that do stuff, but like I feel like back then when there were like there are still mosh pits, but like back then when it was very like mosh pitty and like
I
I
kind of feel like the fans are the same, but maybe there's more like measures in place. Like there was
yeah,
less like
you're
policies.
right. Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that makes sense. But like I feel like nowadays with social media, it's especially more important for people to like get as close as possible and like partly for the video and to show like how close you were and partly just because you're like obsessed with the person on stage or whatever. Um but like And I love being as close as possible, and I haven't had one when I haven't had a concert yet where I'm like right at front on the barricade, and I would love to. But like, so okay, so I went to the Fleet Foxes concert like a month ago, and that was the first concert in a while where I like didn't try to get super close and just kind of like decided to have a chill
Mm-hmm.
vibe instead. And me and my friend sat on like a picnic blanket in the lawn, even though that was actually the first concert where I had the opportunity to get barricade. Because
Oh,
we walked
really?
in and it was right open. So we could have walked right up. But we just wanted to sit on the lawn instead. And obviously like Fleet Fox is more of the vibe where you want to sit on the lawn. But also the majority of their audience is like 30 to 40-year-olds and like dads. And
Yeah.
with a few like kids were there too. Like 5-year-olds were there. So it's obviously a very different experience than like say a Harry Styles concert.
Mm-hmm.
But like I honestly enjoy having the laid back concert vibe where you're not focusing all of your energy on like if the person looks at you or like
Yeah.
you can like enjoy the music instead.
Can I tell a Lizzo story time?
Yeah.
Okay, so Lizzo was the first time that I ever got a general admission ticket to like an arena show. So I was like dying.
Mhm.
Ow. I was like hit my arm against the thing. But um so I go in there and we're like second. Like there's like because the way the stage was, there was like it extended and there was like kind of like a circle.
Mhm.
So we were like kind of on the left side. And like we were like not right at the barricade, but like literally like one person behind
Mhm.
the the actual like railing, the actual barricade. Um, and this couple came like 30 minutes after us
Mhm.
and slowly like she so one of the girls was like, "Oh, like I need to go ask my friend something up there."
Right.
And then she scooted past, lo and behold,
There was no
there was no
friend.
friend. She got to the barricade and then brought her girlfriend over and then that was also like getting another person through.
Mhm.
And like, you know, it was general admission, so everyone was like close together. So like squeezing another person in there is not the
Right.
easiest thing. And like if you're gonna do that, like that's one thing, but they kept going back and forth between the bathroom and then trying to come back to where they were
Oh
standing.
my
And
gosh.
I'm like, if you're gonna like cheat all of these people who are like got there earlier than you, you
Yeah.
know? And like I wasn't gonna throw a fit because, you know, I like just even being in that area near Lizzo was already like enough for me.
Mhm.
But I'm like, if you're gonna like cheat all these people out of their like spots, you might as well stay there.
Right.
But she kept going back and forth to get drinks and go to the bathroom. And like as soon as the show started, she like wasn't at her spot. But then like Lizzo just came on and she was like trying to come by.
Mhm.
And this is when I was trying to be in, like my assertive era kind of. I was like just looking at Lizzo who just came on. I was just like in awe. And I was like, you know, I'm here to see Lizzo. Like
Mhm.
I'm already in my spot, you know. I'm not just gonna like move out of the way and like make invade another person's personal space so this person can like get back to their spot. That mindset lasted about 2 seconds because 2 seconds later, she shoves me
Oh my
into the person in
gosh.
front of me. And like
Wow.
I was honestly like shocked. I was like, wait, oh my God, like I just got like shoved.
What was wait, were you done
No,
or
that was
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, it was just crazy how
There
like
was I know that's like like
oh,
I hate when people
mhm,
are so like it's life or death to be as close as possible. 'Cause I
yeah.
like I I care if I've waited that long, but I don't care enough to like shove or like uh, act like violently towards somebody.
I know.
But that's also just not my personality.
And also the weird thing is like when they got to the front, it's not like they were like jumping around and having the time of their life. Like they mostly
Yeah.
just recorded the entire time. And
Yeah.
like also the PDA was insane. Like I'm sorry, but if we're all gonna be like in the pit, like shoved together, like there you do not need to be like grabbing your partner's butt. Like I'm sorry, like this
Oh
pit is
my
not the place
gosh.
to do that. And like there was not enough like a lot of room and it was just like
Yeah.
I don't know. I was just like,
Right.
honey, like
I like shoot, I keep like blanking on what I'm gonna say today. Oh, I like wish that cell phones just didn't exist because,
I
and I'm
know.
so guilty of this because I record so much at concerts,
And my screen time is awful.
and I do like watch back on, like I do watch back on my concert videos. It's not like they just go into the void, but like I do sometimes wish that like nobody had cell phones and we could all just be in the moment and enjoy a concert, because I feel like you get more out of it that way.
I recorded like 2 videos at Declan McKenna and it was like amazing.
Yeah, I recorded a lot less videos of that because like that was our second Declan McKenna concert, so I
Mhm.
like tried not to care as much. Same with Fleet Foxes, and those were like, it's funny, I do have a better concert experience when I don't record as many videos.
Yeah.
Same with like the Dominic Fike concert I went to last week, because I'm not like a, a huge fan or anything. We just went because like we had tickets, and I didn't record too much, and I just like felt more in the moment. But back to like the parasocial stuff. People are also like the people who camp to get as close as possible to the front, which is a thing that Harry Styles fans do.
Mhm.
And like now I feel like that's setting a new precedent for like how people are gonna get here earlier and earlier for even like smaller and smaller artists. So like,
Like we're in like overnight territory.
yeah, because like why did I have to wait 5 hours for the Inhaler concert that was like a venue of like 2,000 people, and they don't even play on the radio in America? Like
Yeah.
what, like to what point is it going to keep going, you know?
Right.
Like are we going to have to be camping for Declan McKenna next time?
When Nicki Minaj tours, if I want to like be at the front,
Mhm.
am I gonna have to bring a tent and like sleep
Yeah.
there?
Now we should talk about the last section we had, which was like fan entitlement and critique, which we already
Yeah.
kind of got into a little bit,
I
but
thought this was
like,
gonna take up like the whole episode, but then we like got into concerts and I was like,
yeah. So with the internet, like now you can literally know everything about somebody's life. And so like back say in like the 80s, if maybe like people who are our parents' age, they could like buy their albums, or I'm trying to think of like what else you could do. Go to their
MTV.
concerts, watch MTV, but like you don't, you would have to see like what time they're gonna be on.
Yeah.
And it's like just that one video. I think that's so funny. Like I just can't imagine. Like I can't. I like have to like watch everything.
Yeah. Like I couldn't just watch one music video and then be like, oh my gosh.
You basically have unlimited access, and it just keeps going. Like if you want to watch all of this artist's performances or all of their interviews or read all of their song lyrics, like you can do that.
Like it's all right in front of
And
you.
that's like unhealthy. But I mean, I'm
Like
guilty
it's
of
not
it.
bad to like watch interviews. Like they're made to be watched.
Yeah.
Like they're made so you can see.
I think the bad part is when
Yeah.
you're putting, when your life is revolving around it, and like you're putting so much energy into watching all of these things when you could be like living in your own life. It kind of like
Yeah.
brings you, it kind of, I feel like the thing with people having a parasocial relationship is like they want to like, it's kind of like a root of, it's like a form of escapism, you know?
Yeah.
And I totally understand that. But like, yeah, it's just crazy to think how far we've come with the internet.
Yeah. Should I introduce a really big question?
Yeah.
So with fan entitlement, do celebrities really owe you anything?
Mm. Ooh.
When I hear that question, I'm like, no. Like I don't think so. But also
But
I think
that's their, not their job, but their career is to give stuff to the fans. Isn't that
right.
interesting?
Yeah.
Wait.
Or like not to give stuff to the fans, but like to put art out so people will
Right.
listen to it so it will generate
Right,
income.
right, right.
But I think like if an artist never releases another album, well, some artists actually have signed a contract that says they have to release another album,
Mhm.
but like with their fans, they didn't sign a contract that says like I'm obligated not to give you this. Like they don't have
Yeah,
to give it to you.
and they're not obligated to give something that they like. Like for example, we were talking about Lorde earlier. A lot of people didn't like Lorde's new album
Hmm.
because it's so different from her first two. And like I'm sure some people stopped being fans of her because of that. But like she wasn't entitled to give you an album that you liked. She just wanted to release art that she created.
Yeah, and then it's like one video goes viral of her like shushing people at a concert, and suddenly everyone's entire perception of her
Yeah.
changes. Like I don't know, like that just annoys me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
leave her alone. Like she's like so
Yeah.
like talented and creative, and
That is a really interesting question though because like they're not entitled to give you well like they're not but like they kind of are because that's their job but like they're not in that way.
because I think we've been talking about fans a lot this entire episode, but in terms of celebrities, like once again, they don't have to make another album if they don't want
Mhm.
to. And like I think a lot of people know that, but I think it's unfair to then be like, okay, well, I have to make money somehow, so I'm gonna make a blah 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 brand and release this product,
Yeah.
and then expect those same people to be there for you, and then you're like, okay, well, buy this stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and then to be like, click the link in my bio and buy all this stuff,
Right.
It's like,
Yeah. And I never buy I mean I guess I'm not really a fan of anybody that really does that usually. Like I don't nobody that I'm a huge fan of has done that where they release a product, like I'm
yeah,
saying like I've never had the instance where somebody released like say a perfume and I wanted to go buy it so badly because I was a fan of them. But like that's so interesting.
like I'm a big Billie Eilish fan, but like the price of Eilish, like I literally like I
Yeah.
can't, I just literally cannot.
And I'm sure the celebrities understand that like not everybody's gonna buy it and but it's yeah. Also
And it's
like
becoming so saturated now with all the makeup and skincare brands.
yeah, it's kind of weird that
Just because everyone saw Rihanna and how like she
yeah.
was thriving in that industry.
And like I feel like that it's been a thing for a while because like Taylor Swift released her Enchanted perfume back like 15 years
Hmm.
ago or whatever that perfume was called. But that is weird how people who start with something like say music then branch out into other things and it's all just kind of to make money usually.
The fans expect their favorite artist to keep on delivering,
Mhm.
but then it's like also the artist, it keeps expecting their fans to stream and get their stuff on the charts. So it's
Yeah.
like,
So it's like okay, then at that point is the relationship parasocial? Here's my question. Is the relationship parasocial if even though the celebrity doesn't know you, the person that they don't know is impacting their life?
I think it's still parasocial, but it's like parasocial for each person.
Yeah.
Like they don't know that you exist, but you also don't know who they are.
Yeah. Wait.
Because, or wait, I don't think I worded that correctly. Like celebrities don't know who their fans are, but also like fans don't really know who their favorite celebrity is. Like you may like have
Oh.
watched every interview, but like don't
Oh.
know them.
That's true. Wait, but what I'm saying is like, say you're Nicki Minaj and there's this person called Enzo Antonio,
Okay.
and you don't know their name and you don't know who they are, but they're streaming your music so much and paying you money. Is that parasocial if the fan is impacting the celebrity that bigly? That sorry,
This is
big.
hurting my brain.
Like, sorry, bigly isn't a word. Um but
I also think this is a relevant conversation because of like Doja Cat or whatever, but I feel like
oh right.
that this is like a whole like I don't have that many thoughts on that. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
I kind of said everything that I feel and how I don't think celebrities don't owe you anything, but also like there's no reason to not show gratitude. Like I can't see why you wouldn't be
Mhm.
grateful for that. But like then again, I think every situation is different and I don't really know who these
This
people
is getting
are.
like philosophical,
No,
but
it's
to the point
hurting.
where
It's
like
like
I have to like write I need to start writing things down.
I'm like scared. Like I don't know what to do with myself now.
Yeah, like what is the earth? Like what yeah. So also back to like what you were saying about thinking they owed things. Like a lot of Taylor Swift fans in the past month have think that Taylor Swift owes them a song on the Barbie soundtrack,
Yeah.
which we talked about in the last episode. But like Taylor Swift fans' perception of Taylor Swift is that she's like perfect and she is just like such a hard worker and doing all these things. And then they get mad that she's not on the Barbie soundtrack. But meanwhile, she's releasing Speak Now Taylor's version on a giant tour, like probably working on new stuff, re-recording stuff. And it's like,
why does she owe you that? But also, like, why does the Barbie soundtrack owe you that? You know what I mean? Like, I think
yeah,
also they were getting mad at like Barbie and stuff. And on the Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice post, it was like, where's Selena, Taylor, and Ariana? And I'm like, just because those are your 3 favorite celebrities doesn't mean that you have to like
doesn't mean that you're
bring down
entitled to
other
have it.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, there's
Man.
just a common pattern there. And I'm like, why, like, who is paying you to comment on all of these posts and say,
Yeah.
moral of the story, I think it's okay as long as it's healthy and you're not shitting your pants every time you hear anti-hero.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just like hard.
It's a hard knock life. I watched music and TV shout out. I watched Annie, the
Oh, you
2014
did?
one.
Oh, I haven't seen that in forever.
It's so good. I love that movie.
Like, okay, so like one last thing that I want to talk about is like, gosh, I don't even know how to like express what's in my head now, but like celebrities and people give you like art. Like a lot of the people, sorry, I'm like having trouble with words. Most people that have a parasocial relationship, the celebrity that you're being parasocial towards is creating art most of the time. Most of the time it's art, unless it's like Kim Kardashian, which I'm sure she creates
Or like
art.
actors too, but I
Yeah,
don't keep up
because
with any
we haven't talked
actors.
about actors like
I don't
at
keep up
all.
with actors.
But because like I don't know any. I mean, I do know people who like stan actors, but not to the point where it's like sending death threats to other people who like a different actor.
I think it's easier because you stand their character.
Yeah.
But that also makes it
exactly.
harder. But like we can't go down that rabbit
Yeah,
hole.
okay, that's a whole nother story. That's a story for another time.
That's a story for another time.
And like art connects with you. Art connects with people. And I think that's why it's easier to like become obsessed with somebody. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like,
Like
you
when you
know?
hear something genius, you want to know the genius behind it.
Right.
Because if it just clicks with you so well, like, I
Right.
don't know. Like, if I see it, like at film camp, if I saw a film that I really liked, I was like really curious about the process of making it, or like even in the beginning process of like people in my section, like when they would say their ideas,
hmm
and I would hear the idea, I'd be like, okay, I want to like be on your crew for this. Like, I believe in this. Like, I want to
Yeah.
like see, like, I believe in this. Yes.
We're still recording. We're almost done. I was talking about like how art connects with people, and Carolina's like, "Oh, let's do a prank."
I don't know what the last thing I said, but I just remember thinking like, what did you just say after I said it?
Yeah.
I'm like
I
not
think
real
we
right now.
both. I think the moral of the story is that we both struggle with parasocial activities.
And we also struggle with articulating things.
Yeah, I'm more of a type of fan where I'm like, I want to know like every. Sorry, this sounds really bad, but like I want to know everything that they've done
Mm-hmm.
and like every piece of content that they've produced. But like I'm not the type of fan that like critiques them to the point, or like I'm not the type of Taylor Swift fan that will like comment on everything and be like, why did you do this? Yeah, so what I'm saying is that's not love. That's like that it's not hate.
It's just
it's just like
indifference.
it's you're not respecting that person. There's a difference between loving them and respecting them to loving them so much that now you're disrespecting them, you know?
Yeah, this is like a scary concept, and there's no like answer. But
Yeah.
there's just like it's just a conversation. But
But
I think we should wrap this up.
yeah.
Possibly, unless we had something else.
No,
you wanted
that
to
was
say.
it.
Should we make like the fastest outro because we've been recording for like 3 hours?
Yeah.
Okay. YouTube channel Enzo Antonio. Your YouTube channel.
Anna Catherine.
Instagram at the Telepathy Pod.
And
Become obsessed with us and
yeah.
like start our parasocial.
I know.
Let's start our parasocial relationship, you guys.
Yeah, start your parasocial relationship with Enzo Antonio and Anna Catherine now by
Use
clicking
our code for
subscribe.
50% off your next parasocial relationship.
Yeah.
Watch every interview. We love you. I'm just kidding.
Invite us to an interview first. That would be nice.
Yeah, we are obligated to release another episode next Tuesday because that's when we release. That was kind of good.
Wait, that is weird thinking about it from our perspective. Like,
No,
we're
'cause I
not
do
that
feel
we're a celebrity,
obligated.
but like thinking of it, putting yourself in the shoes if we were.
Except all the pressure comes from myself.
Yeah. But no,
Oops.
literally. Because okay, sorry. But like, they do put pressure on themselves too, I'm sure.
Thanks for
Bye.
listening. Bye.
See you next week.